Cowboys Nation, this team is still searching for ways to get better every single week. Even when the road gets tough, even when the playoff picture fades, the Dallas Cowboys are focused on improving, competing, and building habits that lead to winning football. That mindset matters, and today we got a very clear signal that this organization is not backing down. Before we get into this exclusive Cowboys update, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It helps the channel grow, it pushes Cowboys content to more fans, and it shows your support for real in-depth coverage. Now let's talk about what's really going on in Dallas ahead of Christmas Day. The Dallas Cowboys have officially announced a major status update ahead of their Christmas Day matchup against the Washington Commanders, and this one matters more than you might think. Despite being eliminated from playoff contention in Week 16, Dak Prescott will start. That confirmation came straight from Cowboys Executive Vice President Stephen Jones, who made it crystal clear that Dallas is still approaching these final games with purpose. According to NFL reporter John Machota, Stephen Jones said absolutely when asked if Dak Prescott would play on Christmas Day in Washington, and then came the line that defines the Cowboys' mindset right now. Our goal is to win the football game. Our goal is to finish strong. That's not coach speak. That's a statement of culture. Let's be honest, Cowboys fans. Once Philadelphia beat Washington and officially eliminated Dallas from playoff contention, the question started immediately. Should Dak sit? Should Dallas protect its franchise quarterback? Should younger players get more reps? And yet, Dak Prescott himself shut that conversation down quickly. "This is my job," Prescott said. "This is what I love to do." Dak went on to explain something that really hits home for anyone who's watched his career. After missing time in previous seasons, he does not take playing football for granted. To him, every snap matters, playoff race or not. "You play every game to win," Dak said. "Unfortunately, that's not always the case, but I'm thankful for the opportunity to play this game, and I'm not going to ever pass it up." That's leadership, that's accountability, and whether you're a Dak supporter or a critic, that mindset sets the tone for the locker room. Now let's talk football. Even in the 34-17 loss to the Chargers, Dak Prescott delivered a solid performance. He completed 21 of 30 passes for 244 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys offense actually scored on its first 3 drives, showing efficiency, rhythm, and balance. But after that, the wheels came off. Protection issues resurfaced, the defense couldn't get stops, the momentum vanished, and eventually, with the game out of reach, backup quarterback Joe Milton finished the final 2 possessions. That loss marked Dallas's 3rd straight defeat since the Thanksgiving win over Kansas City. But here's what often gets overlooked. Dak's season as a whole has been outstanding. He currently ranks 2nd in the NFL in passing yards with 4,175, 3rd in passing touchdowns with 28, and holds a strong 28-10 touchdown-to-interception ratio. Behind an inconsistent offensive line and with defensive breakdowns costing the team repeatedly, Dak has still delivered one of the most efficient seasons of his career. At 6-8-1, the Cowboys sit 2nd in the NFC East, and the record doesn't fully reflect how competitive this offense has been. Dallas can move the ball, Dallas can score points, Dallas can win shootouts, but defensive lapses have defined the season. Missed tackles, poor run fits, breakdowns in coverage at the worst possible moments. Those issues have overshadowed what Dak and the offense have done well. And now, with 2 games left, the focus shifts from playoff positioning to pride, evaluation, and momentum heading into the offseason. One of the most interesting voices to speak after Dallas's playoff elimination was Jadeveon Clowney. The veteran defensive end who joined the Cowboys a few weeks into the season didn't sugarcoat anything when asked how he stays motivated without playoff hopes. "What do you mean motivated? They're paying me. That's enough motivation." Classic Jadeveon Clowney. Honest, blunt, and real. But he didn't stop there. He talked about playing for his family, for everyone who supported him since day one, and for personal pride. And then he said something that every Cowboys fan should appreciate. "I ain't never quit nothing. Ain't gonna be hard for me to get up and play a no game, do my job." That's the mindset you want in the locker room right now. Statistically, Clowney has been a solid contributor since joining the Cowboys. In 11 games, he's recorded 31 total tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 4 quarterback hits, 4 sacks, and 1 fumble recovery. Not dominant numbers, but consistent veteran production. Clowney signed a one-year $3.5 million contract in September 2025, with incentives that could push it to $6 million, and every snap he plays down the stretch matters, for the Cowboys and for his future. Now Dallas heads to Washington on Christmas Day, part of the NFL's holiday slate, with kickoff set for 1 p.m. Eastern on Netflix. The Commanders could be forced to start third-string quarterback Joshua Johnson following injuries to Jaden Daniels and Marcus Mariota. That alone creates an opportunity for Dallas's defense to finally assert itself. But this game isn't about draft position, it's not about excuses, and it's not about checking out early. It's about finishing strong. It's about leaders like Dak Prescott showing up. It's about veterans like Jadeveon Clowney setting the tone, and it's about young players proving they belong. Rising wide receiver Ryan Flournoy, who has been one of the most encouraging stories of the Cowboys' 2025 season, took an illegal and dangerous hit from Chargers linebacker Denzel Perryman. Flournoy went down hard. He didn't return to the game, and immediately concern spread across the sideline and throughout Cowboys Nation. This wasn't football. This wasn't a bang-bang play. This was a cheap shot. On Monday, the NFL confirmed what many fans felt instantly. Perryman crossed the line. The league announced a 2-game suspension for repeated violations of playing rules intended to protect the health and safety of players. That suspension officially ends Perryman's season and sends a clear message, at least on paper. This wasn't an isolated incident. Denzel Perryman is 33 years old and has a documented history of dangerous play. Back in 2023, he served a 3-game suspension for helmet use, a violation that already placed him under league scrutiny. When a player with that background delivers another illegal hit, the NFL had no choice but to act. And yet, for Cowboys fans, the suspension feels hollow. 2 games doesn't give Flournoy his health back. 2 games doesn't erase the risk to a young player's future. 2 games doesn't undo the moment that potentially cut short a breakout season. The good news, if there is any, came shortly after the game. According to ESPN's Todd Archer, the Cowboys feared a major injury immediately following the hit. Thankfully, MRI results showed a strain, not structural damage. That alone is a relief.
But let's be clear, just a strain doesn't mean insignificant. Flournoy did not return after the hit, and his availability for the remainder of the season remains uncertain. With Dallas officially eliminated from playoff contention, there is no reason, absolutely none, to rush him back onto the field. If anything, the smartest move for both Flournoy and the organization is to shut him down, let him heal fully, and prepare him for a much bigger role in 2026. This injury stings because of who Ryan Flournoy has become this season. Before going down, Flournoy was enjoying a legitimate breakout campaign in his second year. He had already posted 35 receptions, 407 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns. Those numbers don't just show production, they show trust. In recent weeks, Flournoy's role in the offense had noticeably increased. He wasn't just a rotational piece anymore. He was becoming a reliable option, a player Dak Prescott looked to in key moments, and someone defenses had to account for. And remember, this didn't come easily. Ryan Flournoy entered the league as a 6th-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft out of Southeast Missouri State. No spotlight, no hype, no guarantees. His rookie season reflected that reality. In 2024, Flournoy appeared in 11 games, started once, and caught just 10 passes for 102 yards. He was learning, adjusting, and fighting for his place on the roster. Fast forward to 2025, and the growth was undeniable. Better route running, stronger hands, improved chemistry with Dak, more confidence after the catch. Flournoy didn't just improve, he earned his snaps. What makes this situation even harder to accept is that Flournoy wasn't doing anything reckless. He wasn't putting himself in danger. He was simply playing football. And one illegal decision by a veteran linebacker put his season and potentially his momentum at risk. That's why moments like this matter.
The NFL constantly talks about protecting players, especially younger ones trying to establish themselves. When a repeat offender delivers a cheap shot, the consequences need to be more than symbolic. If there's a silver lining, it's this. Ryan Flournour has already proven enough. He's shown the coaching staff he belongs. He's shown the quarterback he can be trusted. And he's shown the front office that he's more than a late-round flyer. Heading into 2026, Flournour is positioned to be the Cowboys' clear WR3, with the chance to grow into even more. A full offseason of health, continuity, and reps could take his game to another level. This injury doesn't define him. This hit doesn't erase his progress, and this moment won't be the end of his story. For a team focused on improvement, development, and accountability, protecting young talent has to be a priority. Dallas has invested time, reps, and trust into Ryan Flournour, and the best move now is patience. Let him heal, let him reset, let him come back stronger. The Cowboys may be out of the playoff race, but seasons like this are where future contributors are identified. Flournour is one of them. Cowboys Nation, the next 2 weeks will tell us a lot about who this team really is. Anyone can play hard when the playoffs are on the line. Character shows when they're not. Dak Prescott choosing to play, Clowney embracing the grind, the organization insisting on finishing strong. Those things matter. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you agree with Dak playing on Christmas Day? What do you want to see from the Cowboys in these final 2 games? And how important is finishing strong, even without playoffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk. And if you enjoyed this exclusive Cowboys breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Cowboys story. This is Dallas Cowboys football. Win, lose, or draw, the standard remains. Merry Christmas, Cowboys Nation.